pouring in many spots. So right now we are not under a flood warning, but area flood advisory has been in effect, and already we are starting to get many reports of street flooding across the area, which is what we expected through the week. Many spots picked up between 5 to 10 inches of rainfall, again because of Nicholas, and the ground super saturated, so that's going to cause some issues for today, especially with the heavy rainfall that we are getting right now. So taking a look at the current radar, again it is raining heavily over portions of Tulane, also the French Quarter, indicated by the reds and oranges, the deeper reds. As we head to Jefferson Parish over Kenner and also Metairie, it is raining pretty good, and it looks like a lot of the heavy rain is now moving over to Lake Pontchartrain. But again, the heavy rainfall, it has been like this for the past hour or so, so this is going to continue to cause some issues, and it is not moving much. Again, there is a street advisory in effect for the metro area, and that includes Orleans, Jefferson, and St. Bernard parishes this morning. It is expected to expire at 3:30 this afternoon, but I do think it's going to expire well before that. But notice, tracking heavy rain, it is scattered in nature, what we expected. A flash flood watch in effect throughout the rest of today, expiring later on tonight. So some areas could potentially pick up between 1 to 3 inches of rainfall. Again, this is very isolated. These little cells, they're not moving much. They're pretty stationary, which is going to cause some issues already with the super saturated ground and the debris left over from Ida, which are blocking the catch basins around the area. That is going to cause some flooding issues. So again, flash flood watch in effect for the entire area, southeast Louisiana, extending into southern Mississippi through this evening, and some areas could pick up between 1 to 3 inches with isolated higher amounts. So again, if you're now joining, it is 12:41, a quick weather update. Tracking heavy rain moving over the metro area, and it is coming down heavily. I was keeping a very close eye on the rainfall rates through the morning, and it's pretty impressive in a few spots. The Bywater area, Mid-City, heading into Tulane. Again, we're looking at rainfall rates coming down at 4 inches an hour. So that is an inch every 15 minutes. So that is stacking up quickly in a few spots. We are getting reports of street flooding in a few areas this morning. So again, you know the deal. Do not drive through flooded waters. If you run into a flooded area, turn around, don't drown. We just cannot tell how deep the water is. So again, we're looking at heavy rain fall across the area along Interstate 10, also portions of the metro area. And these are just the rainfall rates of how heavily the rain is falling in these spots. It's been raining heavy for the past hour or so. I've been keeping a close eye on the radar, and notice how scattered they are. Looking at some light showers for many spots over southeast Louisiana. The North Shore is starting to pick up some spotty showers, really popping up over the Covington area, also along Louisiana 36 there. And again, these rainfall rates are impressive. It's coming down heavily in these areas, and it will cause some issues, especially with the super saturated ground. So again, we are focusing on these cells right here, south of Lafitte. Tracking heavy rain, starting to move off to the east very slowly. Light showers over Estelle and Belle Chase, picking up on some light showers. Chalmette, it was raining heavily about 20 to 30 minutes ago. Looks like things are starting to let up in that area, but it's still raining heavily in the French Quarter, and also Gentilly seeing some light to moderate rain showers in those areas. So again, this is going to be pretty much the story throughout the rest of today. This afternoon, leading into this evening, a flash flood watch remains in effect for the entire area, highlighted in green. So again, we're going to continue to watch the flooding potential. Some spots can pick up between 1 to 3 inches of rainfall with isolated or higher amounts. So that's going to cause some issues. And again, the flooding potential for today, isolated, already starting to pick up or get some reports of street flooding across the area. You can see we're under a slight risk, localized street flooding likely, especially if you're just stuck under a heavy downpour that's not moving, which is what we're seeing right now. So again, this is just a quick little update on what's going on. Again, things are starting to slowly dissipate. Some of the heavy rain now moving over Lake Pontchartrain, but things are slowly dissipating across the area. Looks like moderate to heavy rain will last for the next hour or so. So again, watch out for street flooding across the area. We're looking at New Orleans, the French Quarter, Chalmette. Things are starting to let up. Kenner, Metairie looking much better than it did about 30 minutes ago. And again, we are looking at a flood advisory in effect for Jefferson and Orleans Parish, and also that includes St. Bernard Parish at the moment. So again, if you live in any of these areas, please don't drive through flooded roadways. Again, we're still getting some reports that some of the roads are seeing some flooding. So again, we're looking at some heavy rainfall across the area. Flash flood watch remains in effect for the entire area through tonight. This is what we're going to see throughout most of the day, where heavy downpours just marching across the area because the atmosphere is so tropical due to Nicholas. So we're going to continue seeing that moist air mass move into the area from the Gulf of Mexico because of that onshore flow through today. So again, this is what we're looking at. Heavy rain over portions of southern Jefferson, also Plaquemines parishes extending into St. Bernard. Things are starting to slowly dissipate, but still looking at some heavy cells across the area. So again, keep that in mind for today. If you are planning on going outside, you have some errands to run, do not drive through flooded roadways. We are looking at heavy downpours across the area throughout much of the day leading into tomorrow. So again, thank you so much for joining me for a quick weather update.